Standard 10 Chemistry, Unit 6, Nomenclature of Organic Compounds and Isomerism, Structures and General Formulae of Alkenes and Alkynes. You know the structure of alkane having two carbon atoms. In such compounds, there are single bonds between the carbon atoms. Let us see how the valency of carbon is completed when one hydrogen atom each is removed from each carbon atom in this compound. Have you noticed the formation of double bond between the carbon atoms in order to complete the valency? Now, note the structure of an alkane having three carbon atoms. Let's examine how the valency is completed when one hydrogen atom each is removed from any two adjacent carbon atoms. Have you noticed the formation of double bond between the two carbon atoms from which hydrogen atoms are removed? The hydrocarbons having double bond between two carbon atoms are known as alkenes. Write down the molecular formula of alkenes mentioned here. What is the difference between the molecular formula of these alkenes? The difference between the molecular formula of these two adjacent alkenes is CH2. What is the relation between the number of carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms in the alkenes C2H4 and C3H6? The number of hydrogen atoms is double that of carbon atoms. If the number of carbon atoms in an alkene is N, what will be the number of hydrogen atoms? What will be the general formula of alkenes? If the number of carbon atoms is N and number of hydrogen atoms is 2N, general formula of alkenes is CnH2n, where N represents the number of carbon atoms. You have seen the structure of an alkene having two carbon atoms. If we remove one hydrogen each from each carbon atom, how is the valency of carbon completed? In order to complete the valency, a triple bond is formed between the carbon atoms. The hydrocarbons having triple bond between two carbon atoms are known as alkynes. Now let's examine the structure of an alkyne having three carbon atoms. What will happen if one hydrogen atom each is removed from each carbon atom connected by a double bond? When two hydrogen atoms are removed from doubly bonded carbon atom as shown here, double bond is changed into triple bond. Write down the molecular formula of these alkynes. Let's come to the general formula of alkynes. For that, let's compare the molecular formula of an alkene and an alkyne having three carbon atoms. In alkenes and alkynes having equal number of carbon atoms, two hydrogen atoms are less in alkynes than in alkenes. Hence, the general formula of alkynes is CnH2n-2. Here, N represents the number of carbon atoms.